BBL, liposuction, veneers, any of these beauty enhancements that you're considering, stay tuned to see why you shouldn't. All right, welcome to another episode of Claire Haire. We are talking about DSM, disorders of social media. Today, we are talking about beauty enhancement disorder. So let's read the characteristics. Societal pressure to be perfect. This need outweighs survival. And of course, social media has increased this aspect as well. So basically, beauty enhancement syndrome is when you have a need to correct what God didn't do correctly or who you believe in. I feel like a lot of people are just kind of brushing this to the side and saying, oh, they always have their beauty trends. I was like, no, but I really feel like this is the epidemic that we need to fix. And we're going to go into the horror stories. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you in advance, I'm going to be as elusive as possible. I don't want to get into the specifics, but I do want to let you guys know, some of the horror stories. The horror stories are so bad that they made a series off of it. I don't know if you guys remember Botched, but Botched was on E! And basically it was like a bunch of people coming in and saying, hey, my nose got botched, my ears got this surgery got botched, I got unit boob, any of these different ones. They came in and made it a whole entire show. And I feel like that was like the number one way when I knew something was up. And then I also have the self-esteem aspect, and then financial strain. Like, I've heard of these different stories. You're scrolling through social media. It's just like, hey, follow me and listen to me on how I spent $70,000 on this, or follow me and find out how I spent $80,000 on this on these collection of surgeries. And I also have been hearing the side effect as well of the BBL smell as it's going around. But overall, I feel like with BED, basically bed, I really feel like there needs to be a point where we have to recognize that we have to help each other out. Like, I know it's a competition, there can be only one successful person or whatever, but we have to help each other out. Like, there's a show called Botched that literally, like, I still remember one of the stories from Botched. And I'm just working my points backwards. I still remember one of the stories from Botch where all she wanted to do was get her nose fixed because she was a model, and when she first went into modeling, the first thing they said was that your nose is too big. So she got it reduced. I don't like these words. She got it reduced, and then she noticed that she couldn't breathe, and then she had to get another rhinoplasty and then a nose correction. Like, either way, like, it got to a point where like both of her nostrils are like uneven, and then like she just feels more worse about herself. And I saw some of those original photos. That's why I said, like, this is definitely a psychological disorder, because some of these people, not saying that it's right, like, if you already look perfect, it's okay if you get surgery, but like some of these people, they did not even need it. And I feel like there's a level of body dysmorphia there, because I saw some of the photos and I was just like, I don't see where, I don't know, well, your nose wasn't big, your nose looked like mine, and there was just this, the fact that the show, that was just one case, and there was another person where like they had like liposuction that went wrong, belly button is like somewhere under their neck. Like, it was just really bad. But it's just like, just the level, the vast amount of surgery that's happening. And then the BBL smell, just real quick, BBL smell is basically a trend that's been going on where because of the composition of the buttocks region, if you're not used to cleaning that vast amount of surface area, it's going to be hard for you to be hygienic. And there's like a signature smell, like a perfume. The way they said it, the BBL smell coming to you soon, fall 2025. Like, it was just, there's the BBL smell going around, and there's BBL smell. They've heard of leaking, off of your mammary glands. Like, there's been leaks before that where it's popped, or with the BBLs, they've popped as well. But the financial strain, I don't know about y'all, but like I couldn't even give you $20 right now. That's how bad inflation is. So I couldn't imagine paying $70,000 and doing a financial strain on my family. So the next point is, whose fault is it? Because the first thing I was taught as a little kid was, when you point at one person, three fingers is pointing back at you. So the first person we want to say, especially since this surgery is more common, like these different surgeries are more common with women than men, we want to blame the men, because it's just like, you sit there and you say, oh, I want my girl natural. And then we see who you follow. And then we see who you put to the top. The BBL bandits, as they call them. The BBL bandits are at the top. The liposuction lollies are at the second. I'm just making up words now. But it's just, you can't sit there and say you want your girl natural, but look who you follow. Like, it's like, I know social media is just there for entertainment, fantasy, jest. But you got to understand, if, let's say, for example, because like I said, like I don't have big boobs, and all my personalities in my brain. So my personality's in my brain. That's where all my fat goes. But I would say, if I sat there and a dude I was talking to, and I saw him following, big breast Bianca, I would really feel some type of way, because it's like, well, dang, like that's like if I was dating a really short dude and I only follow basketball NBA players, and I was following them. Like, I know he feels some type of way. It's like, well, dang, why are you looking at their long limbed self? And I also feel like social media is easy to blame, but we are the people who make social media active. Like, people are so quick to say, oh my gosh, social media is social media. I was like, I know, but who's on it? Who's logging in? Who's saying these things? Like, I truly feel like y'all forgot what a human body looks like. Like, I purposely didn't wear any makeup today, so you guys can see what a human looks like. Like, I have 11s, I have acne scars, like I have like bags under my eyes. Like, I'm a human. This is what a 33-year-old looks like. Like, I feel like there is like, we're slowly losing what does a human look like. And like, it's so quick to point the finger at the other person, because like I said, I saw recently as well, there was this leg lengthening surgery. I don't know his name, but he went from, I think he went from 5'6" to 6 feet even. I know it was a big jump, because he literally said, I was just in an excruciable amount of pain. He kind of walks like this, or blah, blah. And I know a lot of people are just like, oh my God, I hope you don't. Like, they were saying so many negative things to him, but that same negativity was put towards his height before. Like, I have seen people demasculinize, that's not a word, I'm gonna say it, demasculinize short men. Like, as someone who has dated short men in the past, like or who doesn't let height determine that, like, I can tell you, like, there's more, like these short men are very masculine. Okay, so I feel like when you sit there and demasculinize them because of height, like, why wouldn't they go do that surgery? Why wouldn't he go spend $70,000? But I'm just like, sir, you have $70,000 on hand like that, you don't need to get surgery. Okay, you don't need to get surgery. But like, honestly, like, I don't know, it was very concerning to me that people were being so negative towards him. But I was like, once again, who's on the social media? Who's there saying these things? Who's there saying these things? Who's there putting these ideas in these people's head that A, B, and C is not right? This, that, and other is not right, or you need A, B, and C. So I don't know, like, that's just my perspective, but I do feel like, that's my perspective, but I do feel like there is this who's to blame. Now, of course, a lot of these surgeons, they've warned time and time again, like I said, with the horror stories of like things not going right with the show Bosch, but also in real life stories, like, I do feel like I didn't want to bring anybody up, but y'all know there was recently a celebrity who unfortunately went to the next chapter, and it was because of a BBL that went wrong. And in that aspect, like, my heart hurts because of the fact that she felt that pressure. She felt that pressure that she had to keep competing. It doesn't matter what you say about, oh, well, I love this person, how I do. I was like, she felt that pressure. That pressure don't come from no one. Who wants to sit there and go through hours and hours of surgery, not knowing if, the anesthesia will work, not knowing if you will be delighted in the process? The fact of the matter is that the need to compete outweighed your need for survival. And I've seen that. Same thing with the dude who got the surgery done on his leg. Like, they've said plenty of times where there could be a chance where you could never walk again. He did, in his mind, he doesn't care. His mindset is the fact that I need to do A, B, and C so I can get back A, B, and C. Because clearly the fact that they took his masculinity. So my final thoughts, the rise of filters. I can say I am a person, I can put my hand up. I can say I'm a person who I've used filters before. Now, but I mean filters, like sometimes I don't feel like putting on makeup, so they'll have like little lashes, whatever. Like, I've been trying to save my skin. I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to save my skin. And I do use filters, so don't be coming to me like, hey, Claire, I saw on your last video. I do use filters. The filters tend to have better lighting, okay? Because the filters just don't cut. Like, if the filter just came with lashes and eyebrows, then I wouldn't care. But the filters tend to have better lighting, so that's my motivation to use them more often. But I can say I have used them before, but I also know how I really look like. So that's why I always make sure whenever I use a filter, I'm always just like, bring my melanin back. Thank you. Don't steal that from me. But I can definitely say it has, like, that's nothing that's going away. Especially the fact that there is pretty privileged value, which I want to address in my second volume of Pretty Privilege series. But pretty privilege value, PPV, has gone up. Pretty privilege value used to be like, okay, you're attractive, you get ABC. Now it's like, it's minimum. You have to be attractive now. You have to be like, people won't even hear you talk. They don't want to hear nothing you have to say if you're not attractive. Like, I've noticed that. I've noticed that difference in how people are treated. Like, even if you're not attractive, people are not even trying to hear you talk. It goes for the workplace. It goes for just regular life. Just for common decency, if you're not attractive or at least easy to look at, it's going to be very rare for someone to listen to you for long term. Also, I have on here, horror stories are becoming the norm. Like, I shouldn't be able to, listen to me now, I shouldn't be able to list 3 horror stories from a surgery for you. I shouldn't be able to do that. That's like if I go to my dentist and they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, I've done a million surgeries, but only 3 times there's been an issue. I would still go to that dentist. Now, if you sit there and tell me once a week we have an issue, once a week there's an issue, then I'm just like, okay. All right, let's talk. Okay, let's talk real quick. Like, that's when I would sit there and say, okay, something's happening. We need to talk real quick about things, because there should be no reason why I have to sit here and hear about horror stories back to back. It's supposed to be a rare occurrence that happens. Like, it's kind of like when they say, you know, if you put contacts in your eyes, you might get an infection, 1 in every 100,000. Okay, I'm still gonna wear contacts. But you sit there and tell me, oh yeah, just otherwise last week, Michelle and Cecile had both of the eye infections. I'm going to start doubting questions, but it is scary to know that it's normal. And then let's talk about, let's use the last 3 minutes of this video to talk about y'all. Y'all are some liars. Okay, if you made it to this point in the video, we about to really start talking. Now that everybody's gone. Y'all are some liars. Y'all sit there time and time again talking about where the real body's at. Love yourself. No, you're lying. You guys are some liars. Okay? Because after I saw this one, I think her name was Kayla Nicole. She's slim. And I remember she posted literally the day after she gave birth. Someone who's naturally skinny, right? The day after she gave birth, y'all sat there and called her oatmeal belly. Cover that up. That's ugly. This is this, that, and that. Y'all sat there and made fun of this girl for having a regular body. I gave her props for the fact that she's standing up, because I know after I give birth, I definitely am not. I'm not taking no photos. I'm gonna just be I'm gonna be slumped on the side, like, don't talk to me, don't breathe near me. Okay, that will be me pregnant. So for the fact that she can sit there and still talk to y'all, still ha and talk to y'all, absolutely not. Like, I feel like there needs to be some level of honesty there, because there's a lot of lies going around. Like, how is it that you sit there and say y'all love natural bodies, and then when you see someone who doesn't snap back, like the way y'all treated Tamara Mowsley, that's not a word. Tamara Mowry, I combined her and her husband's last name in my head. She sat there, was on the reel, and they was calling her fat. I was like, excuse me? This is how a regular, because she had diastasis recti real quick. Diastasis recti is basically your abdomen has trouble coming back. Because a fun fact, when you give birth, your abs split. That's why if you see somebody and they have a pregnancy belly, just leave that pause for y'all to go find that person. In that pregnancy belly, and the abs are on top of the belly and not on the side, they're fake. That's not how the human body works. Like, I truly feel like you guys forgot how a human body looks like. And your boobs are supposed to sag. Your boobs are supposed to be teardrops. Okay. You're supposed to have cellulite, supposed to highlight that booty. Okay. Like, this is how your body's supposed to look like. You're not supposed, like, you're supposed to have weird shaped facial features. Like, your ears aren't, like, my ears aren't even. Now you're gonna look at me crazy. This one's lower than this one. Like, you're not, like, you're human. Like, your imperfections is what makes you perfect. But like I said, don't forget to subscribe, share. It's Claire Hair. BBL, liposuction, veneers, any of these beauty enhancements. Welcome to another episode of Claire Hair. Are you considering BBL, liposuction, veneers? Any of these enhancements you're considering? Stay tuned so I can tell you about BED. Welcome to another episode of Claire Hair. Are you considering, hold on.